In the endless expanse of the world's oceans, far from the memory of land, a small group of indigenous people lives suspended in time. For 40 years, their home has been a solitary boat adrift beneath the ever-changing sky. The hull, once painted with the colors of a distant shore, is now weathered and worn, embraced by the salt and sun, its wood creaking in rhythm with the tides. Upon this vessel, tradition endures, woven in the fabric of their garments, preserved in each gesture, and carried in the stories that pass from elder to child. Their days begin with the first blush of dawn, when the horizon blurs between sea and sky, and the air is cool with mist. The elders, faces lined with the gentle patience of time, rise with practiced grace. They move quietly, their hands deft and sure, tying knots in fraying cords and mending the nets that will soon be cast into the deep. Children watch with wide, attentive eyes, learning the silent language of survival, how to read the currents, how to sense the pulse of the ocean, how to respect its gifts and its dangers. The boat itself is a living thing, transformed over decades into a floating sanctuary. Where rainwater gathers in hollows, tender shoots of green have taken root, wild, stubborn plants that cling to life just as fiercely as their caretakers. These pockets of vegetation offer both nourishment and hope. A handful of edible leaves, a stalk of sweet grass, a rare, delicate flower. Around these small gardens, the group tends their daily work, always careful, always grateful. Fishing is both ritual and necessity. With nets woven from salvage fibers and spears shaped by hand, they venture to the edges of their drifting realm. The sea, at times the generous, yields fish and shellfish, which are met with reverence. Nothing is wasted, and every catch is honored with a quiet word or a whispered prayer. In storms' aftermath, when the water is restless and the skies bruised with cloud, they gather the bounty cast up by the waves. Driftwood for fire, the odd fruit or seed, forgotten relics of distant civilizations. Rain is a blessing. When heavy clouds gather and the first drops fall, the group springs into action. Bowls and jars, skillfully fashioned from scavenged materials, are arranged to catch every droplet. The children laugh, faces upturned, feeling the cool water on their skin, while the elders murmur thanks to the sky. Water is rationed carefully, each sip a reminder of life's fragility. During long dry spells, they share what they have, never forgetting the lessons of old, that community is the wellspring from which hope flows. The passage of seasons is marked not by the calendar, but by the moods of the sea and sky. In the heat of summer, the sun scorches the deck and the air shimmers with heat. Shadows shrink, and the group moves slowly, conserving energy, seeking relief beneath makeshift shelters. In autumn, the winds shift, bringing cooler air and showers that replenish their stores. Winter is both a trial and a gift. Fierce storms test the boat's strength, but the rain brings abundance, and the cold draws them closer around the fire. During the long violet evenings, they gather on the deck beneath a canopy of stars. Here, stories are shared, tales of ancestors, of the land they left behind, of the spirits that dwell in sea and sky. The fire crackles, sending sparks upward like tiny prayers. Faces glow in the flickering light, young and old alike drawn together by the warmth of memory and the promise of tomorrow. The elders take these moments to teach how to read the signs of weather, how to craft a net, how to find hope even in solitude. The children grow, their hair lightened by the sun, their feet calloused from years on the wooden planks. They learn to climb the rigging, to harvest rain, to coax life from the smallest seed. Their laughter is the music of resilience, echoing across the water. Each day, they become more skilled, more attuned to the rhythms of their floating world. They listen to the elders' stories, absorbing the wisdom woven into each word, knowing that someday they, too, will be the keepers of memory. Time passes gently, marked by the slow aging of faces and the deepening lines of laughter and sorrow. The first grey hairs are celebrated as signs of wisdom. When sickness comes, the group cares for their own, using herbs grown in their meagre gardens, tending the ailing with songs and prayers. Death, when it arrives, is met with solemn ritual and remembrance. The departed return to the sea, honoured with offerings and stories told long into the night. The boat itself bears witness to all. Its planks are etched with the marks of daily life. Its timbers patched and repatched, held together by ingenuity and hope. In quiet moments, the elders run their hands over the worn wood, remembering the days of their youth, the first days adrift, the fear and wonder of beginning anew. They know that the boat is more than shelter. It is a vessel for their history, a testament to endurance. There are times when the ocean is calm, its surface glassy and still, mirroring the sky. In these moments, the world feels infinite, possibilities stretching in every direction. The group sits in silence, each lost in thought, hearts full of longing and gratitude. They remember the land, the scent of earth after rain, the feel of grass beneath bare feet, the songs of birds at dawn. Yet they do not despair. The sea has become home, its endlessness a canvas upon which they paint their days. When storms come, they are fierce and beautiful. Lightning illuminates the darkness, thunder rolls across the waves, and the boat rocks in the tempest's grip. The group huddles together, singing songs of courage and faith, voices rising above the wind. They tie themselves to the mast, secure their precious stores, and wait for the fury to pass. In the aftermath, they count their blessings, mourning what is lost and celebrating what remains. Seasons turn, and with them, the group adapts. They fashion new tools from the debris that drifts their way. A broken oar becomes a spear, a length of rope becomes a net, a shard of glass becomes a knife. They use everything, waste nothing. The children invent games from shells and driftwood, their laughter threading through the solemnity of survival. In hardship, creativity flourishes. The elders teach not just survival, but reverence. They remind the young to thank the sea for its gifts, to respect the life within it, to live in harmony with the world, however small their corner of it may be. They teach songs that echo across the water, songs of love and longing, of courage and loss, of hope that endures through every trial. On quiet nights, the boat drifts beneath a full moon, silver light shimmering across the waves. The group sits together, wrapped in blankets, sharing stories and dreams. One speaks of a vision, a distant island, lush and green, where streams flow and fruit hangs heavy from the trees. Another speaks of ancestors watching over them, guiding their journey, protecting them from harm. The children listen, eyes wide with wonder, believing in the promise of someday. As years turn to decades, the group changes. Children become adults, adults become elders, and the cycle continues. New babies are born, their first cries mingling with the sound of the sea. The elders, voices softened by age, pass on the last of their wisdom, knowing that they will live on in the stories and skills of the next generation. The boat too evolves. Its gardens spread, reclaiming more of the deck. Vines climb the rigging, and flowers bloom in unlikely places. Birds sometimes visit, perching on the rails, bringing with them seeds and hope. The group tends these gardens with care, finding joy in each sprout, each blossom, each reminder that life endures. Every day is a testament to resilience. The group wakes with the sun, works with their hands, and dreams with their hearts. They face hardship with courage, loss with dignity, and isolation with unity. Their journey is not just one of survival, but of transformation. A passage from fear to acceptance, from longing to belonging. In moments of reflection, the elders look to the horizon, remembering the world left behind. They mourn what is lost, but they do not regret. They have built a new world upon the waves, a world of connection, of tradition, of hope that endures beyond the limits of land and time. The group's story is woven into the fabric of the boat, the rhythm of the waves, the songs sung beneath the stars. It is a story of humanity, of the will to survive, the power of community, and the beauty found in even the harshest conditions. It is a story of love, for one another, for their ancestors, for the world that sustains them. As the 40th year dawns, the group gathers on the deck, faces turned to the rising sun. They stand together, old and young, shoulder to shoulder, hearts full of gratitude. They sing a song of thanksgiving, their voices rising above the sound of the surf, carried by the wind to the farthest reaches of the ocean. The camera lingers on their faces, lined with age, bright with hope, illuminated by the first light of day. In their eyes is the reflection of a life lived fully, fiercely, and with unwavering faith. Their story is not one of despair, but of triumph, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity, adrift but never lost, forever seeking the horizon. Through storm and sun and hunger and plenty, sorrow and joy, they persist. Their legacy is written in the waves, in the laughter of children, in the wisdom passed from hand to hand, heart to heart. They are a people without a land, but never without a home. For home is not a place, but a promise kept alive by love, by memory, and by the endless, hopeful journey across the sea.